instead of talking to the spirits, we could tell some ghost stories. Do you guys know any ghost stories?
I do.
Oh, you do, Mumei?
Whoa. Yeah, she's a ghost. She would know some stories.
That's true.
Once I was driving down a winding dark road, and I saw a lady, and she had no face. So I hit her, and she turned into a ghost.
She had no face. She had no face. I'm curious about why she had no face.
Did you kill her? Yeah.
Are you sure she had no face?
No, I saw the body, and there's no face. Go ahead.
There's this one time I was also in the car. I wasn't driving because I can't reach the pedals. And I think it was with my mom. We were coming home from somewhere. It was really, really dark. And then all of a sudden, across the road, there was this like mist of some sort that had no beginning and end. It was just in the center of the road, and we drove right through it. And we tried really hard to. Will you ever see something and it takes you by such surprise that it leaves you speechless for a little while?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, like that's what happened. It was kind of genuine fear for a second. But we're trying to think of what it could have been, and there's no way it could have been smoke, right? Because smoke doesn't. You would have seen it fizzle, or how would it have traveled out into the road like that without any? Well, how would it have lived that long? You know? But it's really scary, and I don't know how to explain it, or I don't have any other way to explain what it could have been.
That is scary.
That's scary.
Yeah, at least you guys were in the car, so you guys were in the safety of your car.
Right?
Alright. So, there's this girl, right? And she's at a gas station. She's filling up the gas in her car. It's just a normal day getting off of work, you know, the usual. And then she decides it's time to go home, as any other sane human would. You go to work, you go to home, just a typical day, right? So she finishes getting the gas in her car. So hang on, I need to act this out. Hold on. Alright. So she takes a little seat. She takes a little seat in the car, right? Starts driving down the dark and musty and spooky road, and she's on like a countryside road. So there's no one around until she realizes that she's being followed. Stop! Oh my God, no way! Someone is following her. Someone is following her. Yeah, that's right. There's a car that's hot on her tail, and it's been following her. In fact, for a while, she realizes that it's been following her ever since the gas station. Oh my God.
The gas station.
Weirder about this car. And it's dark outside. And then the car behind her, this innocent victim, starts flashing his lights. Flash, 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 over and over. Over and over again. Oh man.
Body motions for Flash.
What could it mean? What could it mean? She doesn't know, but she's starting to get real scared because she's got another 30 minutes left to drive all the way home. So she keeps driving, and the dude just keeps flashing the lights. Flash, flash, flash. What does it mean? We don't know. She gets very scared and decides, I need to call the police. I need to call them so that they'll be ready when I get to my house. This dude's gonna kill me. He's gonna jump out of his car and then hold on, I got my effect, my special effect. He's gonna come out of the car and stabby stab.
She had a
Like
stabby
that.
stab?
And so she keeps going and he keeps flashing. Eventually she gets home. She runs out of her car. The police are there. They all pull up. And she runs out of her car and the guy pulls up in his car. And he comes out and he's just a normal dude. And he says, ma'am, are you okay? She says, what are you talking about? My man says, there was a dude in the back seat of your car getting ready to stab you. And every time he was about to stab you, I flashed the light. And then they caught the guy in the back of the car.
So it was just a warning. Oh. Why didn't he just unroll the windows and scream at her that there was someone behind her trying to stab her?
I was living in Japan until a while ago, and I moved after joining HoloLive. I moved into a big house, but the house was very old. And it was that when you walked on the wood, it would make sounds like right.
Oh,
Yeah. So it was really old, and it had a lot of issues to it. But well, it was a big 2-story house all to myself. So I was like, I'm just gonna try my best to ignore that it's looking really old. So the first night arrives, and I'm like, yeah, I got this whole house to myself. And I was trying to chill, but I was hearing noises from the ceiling. It was like, I immediately contacted my landlord, and he was like, yeah, there might be some history with ghosts in this house, but please don't worry about it. We'll send you some ghost exterminators. So a few days later, Ghostbusters, that's it. So a few days later, the Ghostbusters came by, and all those days I heard the ghosts like continuously, not only in the night but also during the day, and it was kind of freaking me out because I was also trying to stream, but I was hearing it on the first floor and on the second floor and on the inside of the walls and the bottom and on the top, everywhere. So the ghost exterminators, they came and they looked into the ceiling, and they saw the ghosts. They saw the ghosts. And they actually had ghost poison with them. And they put the yes, that's right, girl. They got the ghost poison, and they put the ghost poison in the ceiling, and then they closed it, and they were like, okay, Kiara, you call us and call the Ghostbusters and tell us how the poison worked. And then a few days later, I did start hearing less but it was still a little bit So I called again, and I was like, yo, Ghostbusters, I'm calling you, because who else would I call? Right, girls? So they say, alright, you still exactly. Who are you gonna call?
Ghostbusters!
I got you.
I called them, and they said they were gonna come back, and they opened the ceiling again, and they looked inside, and they found the ghost of 2 ghosts. The bodies
Ghost of 2 ghosts?
Oh. Yes. Of 2 ghosts. And apparently those 2 ghosts of the ghosts were the parent ghosts of the ghosts that survived. And it was weird because they kept on trying to add poison for the last surviving ghost, but it seemed like that ghost has started to form some kind of immunity. And we tried many times, but it didn't really work. And then one time, for example, I was sitting with the door open because it was like such a tiny idol meeting room that it's like almost impossible to close the door. And I saw the ghost myself with my own eyes.
Oh my god, it made itself known to you.
Didn't you say that the ghost like ate your food once?
Yes, the ghost ate my food too.
Ate your food? That's horrific.
I don't know if you've heard of it, but ghosts are apparently they don't like eating chocolate because it will kill them. The ghost ate the chocolate, but the ghost survived. So the ghost survived chocolate and poison and all that. So in the end, I started to accept the fact that I'm living with a ghost, and actually we're best friends now, and the ghost's name is Cassie! I love you!
Casper.
Beautiful. This is something that I experienced.
Oh no!
So a family member and I were just, chilling out in our room, and at exactly 12 a.m., the phone started ringing. So I said, oh wow, why would friends call you at this hour? That's really disrespectful. and then she looked at me and said that that's not my ringtone. And the song that was playing was pretty much all about like, I've been everywhere searching for you. Where have you been? 'Cause I see you. Like, are you hiding somewhere in the crowd? And then we got kind of creeped out. We picked up the phone, and it stopped playing. And then suddenly, at every night, exactly at 12, that same ringtone was happening. And that was not the ringtone that she said. And later on, she decided to delete the song from her phone, and it still kept playing. And then we had some interesting events taking place, such as how when I was all alone in the house, I would hear a piano key, a single piano key just going ding, ding, and I would go and check it out, nobody's there, or I'd be all alone in my room, and my dog, who's in the same room, would look at whatever's at the end of the hallway. And I keep trying to call Time Mutt's name, and they won't turn their head. It's fixated at whatever's at the end of the hallway. Everything was pitch black. That phone kept ringing, and maybe something about that house was weird. Other computers.
Are you sure it wasn't a prank?
And that same family member had some other experience where they would have nightmares about how they can't move, but they would be in a fire or they would get shot. So a lot of nightmares every single day.
That can't be a
And
prank.
or sometimes a woman like crawling over the ceiling really fast just to look at her in the face. That was when she was living alone, and when she decided to live with her family again. This time she couldn't move again in the dream, but at her bedside she saw a woman with all her face covered, and with the hair and everything, and she said, "Oh, you know what? I see that you're with your family now, and because of that, I won't bother you again. I hope you have a
Nice
good
of her to
life."
talk to you like
Oh.
that.
Yeah. And after that,
That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
after that, she never had those dreams where she's paralyzed in her sleep.